they're suited to go back to the kind of offense you ran his first 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what this nucleus team is built around, and I'm excited. Hopefully, we get back to that.
What do you think it didn't work out with Andy?
I think it was, a lot of things. Switching our offense and stuff was tough, and fortunately, a lot of times the line coach gets blamed. We can't run the ball, and we didn't run the ball well enough. So, it's a bummer. HC guy get fired, and but 3-14 changes have to happen.
Jake, how much would you try to talk Joel into coming back?
I'm not worried about Joel. I think he'll go home for a month, think about it, and then be ready to get back here. So we'll see what happens, but we'll see.
Such a struggle all year with this offense to score points. Coming into the season, there were just such high expectations. It went the opposite.
Yeah. I just think we lacked identity offensively. I think we tried to do a lot of different things, and we didn't really get good at doing, one thing. And I think that was really the hard part. And I think there's a lot we need to fix, and a lot of things that really just comes down to finding our identity and what we want to hang our hat on and do, and move forward with that.
You guys had a lot of injuries on the offensive line, but as the season went on, in that last kind of stretch, did you see you guys kind of settle in, get more comfortable, and that help you guys offensively?
Definitely. I think once we got, I think once Jermaine stepped in and we had that group for 7 or 8 games to finish the year, I think that definitely helped with just cohesion of not having guys in and out, having to, figure out how to work with different guys and everything. So that definitely helped.
What are the things about this offense that stood out to you as building blocks to find that identity in 2025?
I think we still have our nucleus. Pretty much the same group of guys we've had for the last 5 years in the offensive line. And, Poe coming in a little bit later, but he's been here for now 3 years. And, to have that group that older guys that know how to work together and have had a lot of success, I think we can definitely build off that and get back to winning games.
How much are you looking forward to a normal offseason? You're not going to be rehabbing. You kind of just get to get ready for week 1.
Yeah, definitely relief. Definitely be nice to have a full off season just to lift weights and everything and not having setbacks. It's gonna be great. It was definitely great. Finish season to come back and I think play. Honestly, one of my best years in the NFL. It was definitely an accomplishment, an individual accomplishment for myself, and I feel really happy with how the year ended on an individual basis. Come back from my third knee injury and still play at a high level. Still, it was a huge accomplishment.
If they go back to Deshaun as the quarterback, just what's your thoughts on that, and what would it take for that to work this time?
I think it's just creating our own identity. What this team needs. I think creating around an individual makes things tough for everybody else. And I think you have to stick with what this team's been built around. And if we can do that, I think we can have a lot of success with Tim and quarterback.
Jack, Wyatt talked before the season about the difference between mentality or approach from Bill to Andy. Not to say Andy's stuff doesn't work, but do you guys feel like maybe you missed Bill's philosophy on things a little bit this year?
It's hard. I mean, any O-line coach is going to step in here after Bill. Bill's probably one of the greatest O-line coaches ever in the NFL, and to follow that it's tough for anybody. And with that, switching philosophies was definitely a tall task for anybody to take over. And I feel bad for Andy, having to go this way. Obviously wanted to have success in doing this other offense, but it just didn't work.
Jack, it seems like there's obviously some uncertainty at left tackle for next year. I guess first, what did you think of the job DeJuan did when they put him there?
I think he was doing a good job. I think he was fitting in well over there, and I think it definitely was good for him being the other guy going to be able to play next to Joel. Have a vet like that play next to can definitely help his confidence and help him become a better player.
Hey Jack, were you surprised that switching offenses did prove to be so difficult, or did you were there times in training camp where you're like, this is a little concerning?
You try not to worry too much because it was new, so. There was definitely hiccups and stuff that we wanted to iron out that didn't get ironed out, unfortunately. But, we think everybody learned a lesson about what this team is built around and what we need to do forward.
As an offensive line, those conversations when you guys had core group the second half of the season, how did you guys work through, okay, we know what we need to do, how do we go about this as a unit, and I guess what were those conversations like?
I think that's the great part about being an offensive lineman. It's no matter what's going on, the five of us have to work in unison no matter what. And I think we just really just started relying on each other, and really just coming together. And things weren't going our way, but we were going to stick together and keep fighting. And we really stuck to that throughout the season. Just we were put in a lot of bad situations, and we felt like we stepped up to the task when we needed to, and we tried to protect our asses off as much as we could.
Jack, when you say you guys know what you're built around, you said that a couple times. What specifically is that? Is it the run game?
Yeah, I mean, hey, look at what we've done. I think I'd say where we had our most success is, wide zone team. We brought in guys that do that and have been very successful doing that. And I hope that's where we go.
I know that you really like to hear a lot of your voices. In order, if they had to do something from a contractual standpoint to make it work, would you be open to a redo or suggestions or anything like that?
I think we just have to wait and see what happens. I haven't had any conversations yet, so I'm sure those are coming down the line. So I guess let's see where everybody stands, and there'll be something my agent maybe work out.
So, Mike's going to spend a lot of time working with you guys, especially the second half of the season. He's on, looking for another head coaching job. Just your thoughts on the contributions he made, and him getting back into the head coaching game.
He did the same thing in Tennessee actually. When I was there, he was in the O-line room a lot, and I think that goes to show just the offense runs through the offensive line, and I think for him as former head coach, he sees the how important that is, and to be in there, it's very helpful. It's always good to get a defensive guy's perspective on things, and he really took to the room, and we appreciate having him in there and his insight.
What will a team that hires him get in his second tour as a head coach?
I think you're going to exactly what you expect. He's a guy who's going to work his ass off no matter what. He's going to get the most out of players, and he's a great leader. And I'm really excited for him, for his future, and I hope he has a lot of success.
To go back to left tackle, I know the future's uncertain with Jed, but I mean, just you playing with him the last few years, what do you think of how he's done and the injuries he's fought through?
It's always tough on the outside. You never really know what guys are dealing with, and he's had some stuff he's had to deal with, and if he wants to do it, he wants to put in the time, then he can have the success. It's just going to come down to him.